and you have joined our Hip Spotlight YouTube live stream. And we just embrace the opportunity whenever we come on live on YouTube to talk to some of the people. We're very grateful, very blessed to be able to champion and to be able to advocate for. And you saw all the adverts, and you know what we're doing this morning. We are talking to the one, the only, Serious Voice. Hello, SV. Good morning. Happy
Good morning.
Friday.
Happy Friday, and congrats on your 25th anniversary.
Well, many thanks. It's been folks just like yourself. We all know it's 20% the marketing, 20% the great music, the great video. It's 80% the marketing. And we had the opportunity a little over 2 years ago to become friends with you. And that was 2023. And at the time, there was this fabulous new song, new video called Kill the King.
Yes.
And it immediately moved us all here at HIP. And I must say, my significant other is an absolute huge fan. And the way you approach your songcraft and your artistry is so admirable. It's really good to see in a world where people really don't tell us what they really think, SV. You're pretty darn good at telling us what you really think. But here we are 2 years later, 99 problems.
Yes, yes.
And you just look at the incredible journey since Kill the King to 99 Problems, the confidence, dare I say, the swagger, the message, everything is just emoting this vibration that not only are you a serious voice, but you are a serious creative. Just kudos and bravo on 99 Problems, SB.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, like you mentioned, we've come a long way. I think sometimes you have to experience life. In order to be a great artist, you have to have content to share. And if you're not living life, experiencing life, and willing to share, the tough times, it's not all about sharing, the celebratory moments and those memorable things that happen, but we've got to be able to share, the painful moments, like losing my mom. I'm wearing this sweater right now with her on it, and this is me as a teenager. We have to be able to share those moments, and that's what will resonate with the listeners more than just saying, oh, let's have a great day, let's do something dope. Like, we've heard that before. We've heard that from since music started, since hip-hop started in the Bronx. But it's now time for us to just be real with our listeners, and I think that they're more inclined to tune in, to tap into your music, and to follow you and support you if you're real.
It doesn't get any more real. In fact, what we immediately were able to ascertain from 99 Problems is that SV, you can be right with the big guy, and
Thank
you can be on our side of the fence,
you.
but that doesn't mean you're not gonna still have problems.
Right. Exactly. Yes. I mean, we all have problems, and I wanted to do something that people could relate to, and the title 99 Problems comes from Jay-Z's 99 Problems. So this is my spin on his version. Obviously it's completely different. It's an original beat that was made by Mr. C Live, who's my manager, husband, etc. And just everything about it is new. It's my spin. It's the Serious Voice version. The only thing that we borrow is the title. And so I like to call myself a person who operates between the sacred and secular realms.
Well, it could be argued that with a track like 99 Problems, uh, not only are you sending a very powerful and important message, but you're really giving voice to the voiceless, SV, here, and letting all these other people know, hey, you're not alone. And it's 2 minutes and 3 seconds. You get this message to the world in 2 minutes and 3 seconds. How did that happen? It's such a strong, powerful message, and there's a lot to unpack there, SB. And you did it in 2 minutes and 3 seconds.
Yeah, here's the thing, like back in the day when I started writing as a teenager, we all knew you had to have maybe 3 or 4 verses. Like way back in the day, a song comprised of about 4 verses, an intro, then the first verse, you'd have the hook. Songs would even have bridges. Hip hop songs would have bridges. But these days, people want things quickly. They want things quickly, and so my job is to give the message as quickly as possible. And so I try to keep it within 2 minutes and 30 seconds or less. That's what my producers tell me. So that's what I stay in. And if I can get the message out and get their heads bobbing and get their minds moving and thinking, then I've done my job.
Yes, absolutely, you have. And if we go back to Miami 2003, Kill the King, uh, that was such a powerful message. And as John Lennon once famously said, life's what's happening when you're busy making other plans. You are indeed Tessa's daughter. It's the name of your new album upcoming.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Talk about your mom, because she had to have just had such a indelible mark on who you are and the difficulties. But you absolutely did not fold up like a cheap lawn chair. You know, Tessa's extremely proud of you. Uh, this was really a important mission for you to make this happen. You want to share with us some of the challenge?
Yeah. So last December, so we're coming up actually on a year since her passing. But last December, I had a number of things, just great, monumental things happen for me in music. Going on Sway in the Morning, sitting down with Heather B and Sway Calloway, doing a major interview and rapping on Sirius XM, and then being part of the end of year that we do at More Beats. It's a coming together of all the artists. So it's about 15 artists, and we all perform, our songs from the previous year, and we celebrate each other. And we had all of these different things happen, including an exclusive industry party. And then I get the call on Sunday afternoon that she passed. And so it was like you're on top of Mount Everest and you've got to come right back down. And I was numb for several months. I didn't know how to let out my feelings. And so the only way that I was able to cope, and the one thing that saved me was hip hop music, was getting in the studio every day. And just sometimes I wasn't even recording, I was just in that environment. And of course, the people within the collective, they would call me daily and say, "Hey, you okay?" And tell me different stories that got me out of bed. But for the first couple of days, I just stayed in bed. No shower, just in bed, just not knowing how to feel, how to process everything. And so music really, God, I would say, really used music to heal me to, and it's not like I'm completely healed, because you're never truly healed from the passing of a parent. Especially, my mom was 66 years old. So that's young. That is extremely young. And so it's difficult. It's still difficult. But I feel like I'm dealing with it much better now because I've been able to get a lot of music out of me, and that's how I've been expressing it. So even with 99 Problems and the different songs that I've been releasing since her passing, it's just when you listen to the music, you hear a different energy, a different sense of urgency. Lyrically, it's top notch. Just the messages, the beats, everything is just better. And I hate to say it, sometimes it takes for us to go through something in order for us to be, fine tuned. And so it took that negative occurrence in my life to help me to get here today. So that's what you're hearing when you listen to 99 Problems and everything else that we plan to release, including the album called Tessa's Daughter.
Stay clean. What a good message.
Yes.
Talk about this reset and how this is a message that's very much resonating in a troubling time in a world torn asunder. What a easy and compact way to say, you know, just be righteous and
Yes.
follow the big guy.
Yes. I've thought about it. I thought about it for quite a while because a lot of times I feel like Christian artists, gospel artists, if you want to say positive hip hop artists, tend to talk about the same things over and over. Everybody packages the message in a different way, but you're talking about the same thing. And so for me personally, there are moments where I'm so busy, I'm always on the go, doing a show, doing interviews, doing different things that I have to come back to my center, right? I have to get back into the word. I've got to pray. Sometimes, you wake up late, you're not able to pray. Sometimes you're traveling at the wee hours of the morning that you're just getting up, grabbing your bag, and hopping on a plane or hopping in a vehicle. So sometimes we lose that regular, consistent connection with God. And for me, I thought about it. I said, everybody has this moment in their life where they lose that connection. It's like the Wi-Fi goes bad, right?
Mhm.
But what do? A lot of times we disconnect and then we reconnect. And so when the Wi-Fi goes bad, um, we have to reconnect with God. We've got to stay clean. We've got to get clean again. And so that was my creative way of doing it. And I got my son involved. And I think the message that if you've heard the song once, the two words you will remember is stay clean, because it just keeps ringing. The way we did it, it was calculated, right? Because they always say in marketing and business and branding and all of that, if you repeat it several times, eventually people will get it. They might not like it at first. It's like that jingle that you don't like, but you keep hearing it over and over, and then next thing you're gonna be singing it and
Mhm.
then you like it. So like even though you started off not liking it. So with Stay Clean, we employed a lot of those strategies because at the end of the day, we need to stay clean. We need to stay connected. We need our Wi-Fi to consistently be strong with the Lord. Nobody wants to be in a place where they want to communicate, with God or with someone and there's no Wi-Fi. That's the most aggravating, most annoying thing ever, right? Because we're always on our phones. And so same as no matter where we are and what we're doing, we should consistently be connected to God, be able to hear from Him, hear His voice, be able to know if something is right or wrong. And this happens when you're staying clean. It's easier for you to know, okay, this is the right thing to do and that's the wrong thing to do. But if you're not consistently connected, if that Wi-Fi is not plugged in, yeah, you'll definitely make bad decisions. Bad decisions will happen all the time, and then you wonder, why did I make that bad decision? Because you weren't staying clean. So at the end of the day, that's my message: stay clean. I say it to myself. I say it to my son, and he laughs at me. When he comes and we have conversations, I end it with "stay clean."
You've created quite the community there. in the five boroughs of New York City. Talk about what it is to lead and uh, be carrying the torch for all these people. My mom used to say, give of yourself ungrudgingly.
Hmm.
Don't ask for a whole lot in return, and it'll come back to you tenfold. Seems like that's what you're living there. People just want to be in your arena. They want to be in your orbit. You're like this human magnet. Can you speak to how you've built your community, since everybody watching, most everyone watching, is a fellow creative? And that seems to be the most difficult thing to do these days, which is build a community. And you're doing it on the local level, and you're working so hard, and you're inspiring others. Other than it being exhausting, how do you do it, Serious Voice?
One day at a time, honestly, and I don't do it on my own. My husband, Mr. C Live, who happens to be my manager, producer, I have the support of More Beats. I have the support of SPM, you know. It's a collective thing, it's a community thing. Without a team you can't be successful, because you'll get frustrated doing everything on your own. And so the way I attack it is, I've always got an idea. I'm filled with ideas, Andy. If you call me tomorrow, I got ideas,
Mm-hmm.
um but a lot of times it's good to have smart, spirit filled people around you who will say, this makes no sense, this doesn't fit your brand, right? People who are staying clean, so they'll tell you, this does not fit your brand. This is what fits your brand, and you need to keep your brand consistent because these are the people that are following you. Christian people are following you. People who are into hip hop are following you. People who see the light, and this is what's attractive. It's not me. It's not because I'm wearing red lipstick, right? It's because of the God in me, the light that shines from inside out. I sometimes don't even realize it, why people are attractive. Like if I go out somewhere and I'm doing a show, why people hang out afterwards to talk to me. It's the light that's in me. So I could add a lot to it about building. I think if you're honest, and if you say you're a Christian artist, be a Christian artist for real, behind closed doors. And it'll reflect in the way that you deal with people. And that's what attracts people, because if I'm nasty, nobody wants to be a part of my community. Nobody wants to support me, right? So I've had diehard fans. One guy, Chris Camouflage, no matter what I'm doing, he supports it. He has all, and of course, I reciprocate by making sure he has all the music. He has all of my, like even this, I've got to make sure he has one of my latest sweaters with the Tessa's daughter image on it. But I just stay true to myself. I make sure that the team, I'm in constant communication with them about my ideas, my desires, my goals, and we just build from there, from one person to the next. It's one day at a time, one person at a time. Eventually, I believe that we'll get to the next level. But right now, we're doing a great job locally. I believe. I go to Brooklyn. A lot of people do record because I'm a Brooklyn girl. I'm BK all day. A
Yeah.
lot of people recognize me. I go to Flatbush Ave. If, you know about Flatbush Ave. Very busy area. It's very ethnic. A lot of people recognize me. So I thank God for that. And you've got to appreciate the small blessings. It starts with the small and then it builds to, that greater blessing. And so I thank God for the supporters, and shout out to everyone who will be watching this live and on the repeat for your support, your consistent support.
Uh, Inspirations growing up. I know some of them, but nobody can speak more clearly to who it was who inspired you to create these songs of yours. Um, Talk about that upbringing in such a fertile place and such great music swirling all around you.
Right. So growing up in New York City, of course, Brooklyn, I listened to, Confident. powerful women like Queen Latifah. And even today, we see that she doesn't disrespect herself publicly. She's very respected. She presents herself in a very respectable way. I always say she didn't need to take her clothes off for people to listen. She kept her clothes on, and that's a big deal, Andy. Because today, for up and coming female artists, they're being told they need to do that. And so you had individuals like Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, Nicki Minaj. I study a lot, who've inspired me. All of these young women have just shown me that I can be myself. I can be true to myself. I can be authentic, and I can build on that. And I don't have to give in to what society says I should do. I don't have to um have a certain kind of hair. Like, I have locks, which I got locks. Back in the day, you couldn't have locks and be a female rapper. I'm not a size 2. Back in the day, you had to be super skinny. Like, they had this template. I don't match the template, Andy, and I've been doing this for a very long time. Been successful at it,
Hmm.
and that's because of the authenticity. It's the authenticity, and people will see when you're fake. People will see when you're putting on a show. And I try. Yes, I'm a performer, of course, but they see the realness behind the performance, and that's what keeps people supporting. That's what keeps them coming back to the shows and streaming and supporting the music. So all of these women that I mentioned, they have that authenticity. Like Queen Latifah, we don't even look at her and say, oh, look at the outfit. We just listen to what she has to say. And that's what I've always wanted to do. And that's why my name is Serious Voice. I want you to just listen to what I have to say. And these women have inspired me in such a way. And of course, my mother, of course, my aunts, my uncles, my entire family, even my husband has inspired me. From the time we got married, and he became my manager. So a lot of people, a lot of positive, inspirational people have inspired me.
What about your son? He's right there with you on 99 Problems.
Yes, of course, of course. That's the next generation, and it's definitely inspiring to see him creating, alongside his mom. And yeah, it gives me hope. It definitely gives me hope as a parent, as a creative. We can get our families involved too. Like, we don't have to again follow that template.
Any advice to the young people? It seems like they've become more uh, challenged than we were growing up. Yet, with all this technology right at our fingertips, um, what's the message to folks in your son's demographic? Um, we
I
need
I
that inspiration.
Yes, yes. The number one thing I would tell, young artists, my son's age, is to stay clean, to stay connected to what's positive, what's encouraging, all the things that will empower you, that will grow you, that will keep you centered and grounded, and humble. Stay connected to it, because the moment you disconnect from God, from all the positive things and encouraging things, that's when you start to delve into areas that, some of the things that you might delve into, there might be no turning back. And so we have to be very careful. There's a lot of music out there that encourages people to just, become alcoholics, become drug addicts, um all kinds of sexual activity, and outside of marriage and whatever. And I'm not telling people to follow my rules, but I'm just saying that the moment we leave these things that I mentioned is the moment that the world will have their way with you. And some people have been fortunate enough to tap into the world, tap into the drugs and all that stuff, and sexual promiscuity, and come back. But a lot of people get trapped in that world and they never come back. And so my encouragement is stay clean, stay grounded. Find that one friend that, is connected and will tell you no when you want to hear yes, they'll tell you no. Find real people. Make sure you're around real people, honest people, people who are not around you because of the light, the limelight, or because you're popular and you're making moves and everybody's talking about you and you've gone viral. But have people who are real and will be honest with you, and that'll keep you grounded.
What's next for Serious Voice?
Well, the Tessa's daughter project is coming, so I particularly wore this lavender sweater. I'm excited about the release of Tessa's daughter. I'm excited about the end of year that's coming up December 13th. So if you guys are in the area, it's in Brooklyn. December 13th. Just tap into my socials and you'll get all the information. I'm just excited about life, Andy. I'm excited every day I wake up, that I'm able to breathe. A lot of people haven't. And I think about it. I've lost a lot of friends, people who are in their 30s and their 40s. And I'm like, well, I'm still here. So that's it. I just want to wake up tomorrow. I want to be able to smell, whatever's cooking.
Yes.
That's it.
It's become very evident that the uh, Lucifer loving powers that be,
Mhm.
they want us sad, they
Mhm.
want us depressed,
Mhm.
they want us at each other's throats,
Mhm.
uh, they want us challenged, they want us broke.
Mhm.
I say, you know what really grinds their gears is to just basically straight up, hey, y'all can go fornicate yourselves.
Mhm.
I'm not going to let any of this affect my positive energy,
Mhm.
worldview, my insatiable need to share my energy and positivity and
Yeah.
ebullient with the world. Hell yes, people will be like, what chemical extractions is he on? And, what is going on with that guy? How, yeah, being upbeat and positive like we are, I mean, it won't make your life fantastic all the time, but it will annoy enough people along the way to make it worth the effort.
Right.
So, yeah, just for those out there that are really struggling, any words of advice other than stay clean and stay positive, stay focused. Don't let the illegitimate non carborundum, don't let these bastards grind you down.
Right. And sometimes we need to pause from all the grinding, like all the hustling, all the running around, and just go to Starbucks, sit down, have a cup of coffee, like, just be a regular person. You don't always have to be on social media or, do shows and all that stuff. Like, just be a real person. Go out, go pull up to the drive-through, grab some McDonald's, grab some Burger King, whatever you like, right? Or maybe go to your favorite restaurant, and just sit down and have a meal and just enjoy life, and ignore the all the noises. That's it.
Great advice. Awesome. So now it's time for you to let everyone who's watching this transmission know how they can connect immediately and quickly to the world of Serious Voice.
Yes, most definitely. I would love to hear from everybody. My website is seriousvoice.bandzoogle.com. I'm also on Instagram, Serious Voice NY. I believe it's Serious Voice NY. My YouTube is Serious Voice TV, so that's easy. My TikTok is Serious Voice New York. Tap in. I'm always on TikTok. I spend a lot of time, a considerable amount of time on TikTok. I'm also on Facebook, same name, Serious Voice of New York. On Facebook, I would love to chat with everyone. I have a subscription community on my website. So that's why I started with the website, seriousvoice.bandzoogle. Just subscribe as a free member, and you'll get like snippets from this interview and others, and just exclusive content. I have so Andy, I have so much content. I could share it with an entire block of people. Like, I've got so much content. And so I started to share with my community on my website. So I want to continue to push that, because at any point, all of these social media platforms can say, "Oh, you can't be on here because," So I rather have my own, and that's why I'm building my website, and we have it up and running, and I'm in the process of transferring my domain. But I'm not going to mention that because I don't want someone to go and grab it.
Mhm.
But do go to seriousvoice.bandzoogle.com. I look forward to you guys subscribing, and just I have all the music, bio, everything on there. Anything you want to know about Serious Voice, go directly to seriousvoice.bandzoogle.com.
Everybody watching this transmission, I can say that straight up, this journey with the Mighty SV has only just begun. And if you like Kill the King and you like 99 Problems, I can assure you, hang on, put on your seatbelt. Uh, and yes, people are joining the SB community because she emotes a vibration that not only is she serious about her songcraft and her message, but she's the kind of person you want to be a part of her party. And the party's only growing, SB.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, it's been a wonderful half an hour on a Friday morning. Thank you very much for joining us on our Hip Spotlight YouTube live stream. And if anyone wants to find out more about these fabulous music videos, specifically the 99 Problems video, you know how to reach me. I am here at Hip HQ, ready to fight the good fight on behalf of Serious Voice. If there's anything we can do on our end to help spread the word, we are here for you. All right, SB, enjoy your Friday. Thank you for being our guest.
You're very welcome. You have a great day as well. Take
All
care.
right, talk soon. Bye.